welcome back to Me in Overdrive. Before I launch into the main content of this video, I have a little story about the first one that I posted last week. So, Monday morning, I asked a couple of my friends if they would watch my first video and give me some comments and feedback. And throughout the rest of the day, I was pretty preoccupied with some other stuff, which I'll get into later. But Monday evening, I logged into my account and found out that I hadn't even gotten one view on my first video. And maybe I'm just being egotistical, but I figured that someone even as saxicalist as I am should have gotten at least one view. So after a couple of hours, I managed to figure out what was going on, and after a bunch of hoo-ha, I managed to make a new channel and repost the video. Sadly, I wasn't able to make my timeline for the first video, but hopefully I can in the future. And that leads me to the title of this second video. If at first you don't succeed, try again. So, back to this video, I'll give you guys a quick overview of my week. Last Saturday, I filmed the first video, and on Sunday I posted it, but then, after all that trouble, I had to repost it on Monday. But last Sunday was Mother's Day, so Mom, happy Mother's Day. I know I said it before, but now it's immortalized in time forever. Love you. Anyway, my family and I went to a crepe place for sort of a really late brunch, lunch, dinner type thing. And oh my gosh, I've had crepes before, but they were nowhere near this good. Now I finally know what I've been missing all these years. So, on to Monday, I got to leave school early because I had to go to my guild piano competition. Now, I mentioned that I play piano before, and I'd like to think that I'm mediocre at worst, not to brag. Anyway, I got to leave school at 12:30 so that I could go home, get changed, get some practice in before my performance, and then I had to be at the judging at 2 o'clock. So, guild competitions aren't really competitions. They're more like a performance which is judged. So I spent the past year learning 12 piano pieces, which I had to memorize, and 3 musicianship phases, which are pretty much musical skills. Then on Monday, I got dressed really nicely and went downtown to go to the judging. After guild, my mom treated me and my little sister to whatever we wanted for doing such a good job. That was really nice because I got to eat a lot of junk food and my mom didn't say no. Then I went home and pretty much just chilled until I decided to check out my first YouTube video, which I found out was not working properly. But it is now, so you guys should check it out. Then I did homework until midnight and went to sleep, and that was pretty much my Monday. Tuesday was pretty uneventful, but because I went for a run on Monday, I got really sick on Tuesday and was exhausted the entire day. Wednesday was pretty uneventful. I mean, I was still getting over being sick, but after school, I remembered that I had mock interviews on Friday. And since I had no formal business clothing, I told my mom that I needed to go to the mall. Understandably, she asked me why, and I told her that I needed formal business clothing for my mock interview, which was in 2 days. And she got a little upset that I sprung this on her so last minute, but that's totally unreasonable, right? Anyway, we went to the mall and I got this really cute polka dot pencil skirt and this red blouse, and at first I liked the blouse, but I didn't so much at the end of the day. On Thursday, I had the first part of my IB exam. I mean, I had a history test first thing in the morning, and even though my teacher promised she wouldn't give us any more DBQs or document-based questions, it was pretty much okay because we were just analyzing a political cartoon and we got to work with our base groups, which was, I mean, it made it easier, right? So. But then I found out that I have a multiple choice test on Monday, so yay for history tests. Anyway, in the afternoon, I had paper 1 and paper 2 of my IB chemistry exam. And paper 1 went pretty well, and so did paper 2 for the most part, except for the first question, which I literally did not know anything about. So I learned the hard way that IB always throws in a question that you know nothing about because it's supposed to scare you. Other than that, the exam ran a little longer than it was supposed to, but I mean, it was fine. All that it meant was that I didn't get to leave school early. After school, I went back to the mall with my little sister because she needed to go to the mall, and I wanted to find a jacket for my business suit and a better shirt because I wasn't loving that red blouse. I found the cutest formal red top. I mean, it's formal with the pencil skirt, but it's super fun with everything else, so I can wear it with pretty much anything. And I found an adorable red blazer jacket type thing. It doesn't matter what it is because I love it. So I now have a formal business suit that consists of a black pencil skirt with white polka dots, a super cute red, like loose sort of flowy top, and a red jacket with a lining of white with black polka dots. It's adorable. Now, to my friends out there, I know that I've said this before, but I swear, I have literally never been happier for a Friday in my entire life. Like, every time I say it, I'm just happier and happier that it's a Friday. I had paper 3 of my IB Chem exam in the morning, which went pretty well, except The only section that I had skimmed over in the textbook was pretty much the entire test. So that was fun. But on a happier note, I was almost literally on fire in class. Like, I did really well. I was totally on a roll. Plus, I had my mock interview, which went really well. So, all in all, a pretty good day. Then I went home and had a pretty relaxed afternoon. I was planning on doing some homework, but I ended up falling asleep for the entire day and almost missed this really good family friend of ours that was staying over for dinner. But still, I mean, overall, it was probably one of the best days I've had this entire year. Unfortunately, I didn't do any filming this recent Saturday, so this recent Saturday is going to get included in this video. In the morning, I had my piano lesson in which I found out what my guild competition score was, and it wasn't what I wanted, but given who the judge was and what my performance was, I'm pretty satisfied with what I got. After my lesson, I rewatched Aladdin for like the first time in 4 or 5 years, and oh my gosh, I kept laughing and smiling at all the stuff that I remembered and the stuff that I didn't, which was pretty funny. So that was really fun. I got all sentimental and it was great. Unfortunately, I had to chauffeur my sister around after I finished my movie before heading to my NHS volunteer event, which my sister was also volunteering at as part of the cheer team. After the event, I went home, had dinner, and finished watching The Office on Netflix. And oh my gosh, that last episode was super sentimental. So I got all sentimental and felt like I wanted to start crying, and I was telling my mom about how happy and sad and relieved I was about a bunch of stuff. But then I started watching a new anime show, and then I went to bed. So for the most part, Friday and Saturday were pretty chill. And now all the hard stuff is done at school, so I have normal school until the end of the year, which is really nice because now I can catch up on schoolwork and get started on my extended essay. So I guess that wasn't a very quick overview, but on a scale of 1 to 10 of greatness, I would give this past week a -1 just because of all the stuff that happened. It was super crazy, but now it's over, and I'm really happy. So before I end this video, one of my friends suggested that I sing a song. So I'm going to perform a song that I wrote a few years back and then revised recently. And since it's kind of boring for you guys to just watch me sit and play piano and sing, I made a sort of stop animation lyric whiteboard type thing to keep you all entertained. So I hope you like it, and check in next week for my new video. I believed that we could be together for a while. I hadn't dreamed of the scene when we would say goodbye. You left without even saying goodbye. I had only just said hi. The last I saw of you was the plane, shooting like a star through the sky. The last thing that went through my head was goodbye. It was the saddest day of my life. I never thought that I could care so much about one guy. So if I see you again, well, I've already cried. If you try to say hi, well, I've already said my goodbyes. You chose her over me. Was it something I said? I never thought that we wouldn't be like the people in books I read. It was the start of summer. I cried my heart out for days. It really was a bummer that we had to go separate ways. The much about one guy. So if I see you again, well, I've already cried. If you try to say hi, well, I've already said my goodbyes. You chose her over me, was it something I said? I never thought that we would be like the people in books I read. I don't know what to say, I don't know what to do, I don't know what we are, I just don't know you. So I will say the only thing that I know how, I will do the only thing that I know I can. I'll stop chasing after you, I'll stop crying over you, and I will say all of my goodbyes. It was the saddest day of my life. I never thought that I could care so much about one guy. So if I see you again, well, I've already cried. If you try to say hi,